So welcome back, everyone. I'm excited about bringing on my next guest. He's been on several times. He's also been he can even call in and do some Zooms with people as well, and have people that want to learn about something. This is going to be very different that you may have never heard of. I have with me Monty Flack, and he is with Factum Financial. I want you to tell everybody a little bit about what you do. And because we're shorter this time, so we have to get it all in. Okay.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. What we do is we help people keep more of their money, and keep control of their money. So we're dealing with a process. Feeding off of the last guest, he was talking everything about mindset. So when we're talking about the infinite banking concept, and we're talking about this book, Becoming Your Own Banker, and the infinite banking concept, first and foremost, it is a mindset, right? How we think about money. And the problem with our society is we have allowed certain entities to dictate how we use money, or how we let's just go with how we use money. So when we talk about this, the infinite banking concept is we're building a foundation on everything we do. So the very first component is, let's talk about financial literacy. And if I may, share a quick story. Back, I was a high school teacher for many, many years, and my stepfather passed away. And I had been putting money into my so-called retirement plan, a qualified plan for school teachers, a 403B. And when he passed away, I looked for life insurance, first thing, because I didn't know anything about it other than that there's a death benefit. And when I reached out and asked, I told my mother, don't worry about it, I'll take care of it. I called my 403B and I said, can I get some of this money? I have this situation. And they said, no, you can't. I thought, wow, I've been saving for my retirement, but I come to find out I wasn't saving at all. And I had absolutely zero control over that money. And so it started leading me down a path about learning about more about money, the certainties, the mindset. Doc was talking about, golf swings and so forth. So I found mentors start teaching me. And when I talk about mentors, I'm talking about people that have gone there, been there, done everything, had taken the arrows and so forth. And there's some certainties in life, right? If we go back and talk about the certainties, if I asked you what 2 plus 2
yeah,
is,
thanks. Don't do timing on me.
Right,
go ahead.
Right. 2,000 years ago, 2 plus 2 was still 4. Mm-hmm. And 200 years from now, life insurance has been around for well over 200 years. And this process, and the reason I bring that up, is these certainties have been around for well over 200 years. This concept isn't new.
No, the ancient Greeks, from what I know, did this. Also, the big corporations do this. Banks do it.
Right.
I listen to you.
Yeah. So all we're doing, if we go back and let's think about mindset, I'm in my 50s. So if I think about how much money I have earned in my lifetime, whatever it is, how much money do I have from that? So what happened to all that money? Because of the programming on how to give money, give it here, here, and there, and so forth else, the banks have all my money that I have done all the work for. Of course, I got this or that, a car here and that, and so forth. But the banks have all that money, and they're 100% control. So the infinite banking concept is just mindset. Let's change our thinking from a consumer to an owner. Because now I got to start thinking like a banker, because the key word in this book is becoming your own banker. Who do you have to become? And it's a thought process. I need to think like an owner and keep control of my money. And so we designed these life insurance policies to minimize death benefit and increase the cash value. Why? Because I need to make purchases. I need a new vehicle every now and then. I need to do this and that and so forth. So all I'm doing is adding one component to what I'm already going to do so I can keep control of more of my money. And the thing is, when the good Lord calls me home, there's going to be a tax-free transfer, a windfall for my family. And it's
or friends.
Or friends. Or
because I'm a friend.
You are a friend. And the thing is, because now that I've been doing this for a little while, we have also put organizations in there that are dear to our hearts, that they get a little portion of that money to expand that also.
So explain it, okay? You work with people, you do free consultations,
yes,
and it's really learning what this is all about. It isn't something that you just hear and then you just went, oh, let's do it. No, it's something you really have to understand. Somebody now is it is about taking control of your own money. But how it works. That's the biggest part right there. So somebody says, okay, I'm going to buy a life insurance policy. What kind of life insurance policy is it?
It's first of all, it's always with the mutually owned company.
Okay.
That means that I get to partake in the dividends. It's always whole life. And there's reasons for all that. But I love the way you phrase that. Our business is not transactional. Sell you a life insurance policy and then you're on your own. Our work actually begins once that policy is enforced, meaning that you have signed for it and made that first premium deposit into your banking system. Now, our journey begins together. We've built a relationship. You have the life insurance policy. Now, we are your mentor, your coach, your guide, whatever you need us to do to help you become that person. So our primary goal is within 3 to 5 years that you know the process, because it's just a mind shift, a paradigm shift, right? Nelson Nash, one of his 5 rules was rethink your thinking. We have to rethink the way we think about money.
Especially now.
Oh, especially now.
Yeah.
Doc was mentioning inflation and all these other things. People today what I see, are struggling a little bit more and more because, first of all, they're exchanging time for money. The cost of goods, the cost of everything's gone up tremendously, but salaries haven't, for the most part, right? So more and more of their money is being transferred to banking institutions. And if you look at the data, Americans are further in debt today than they were back in 2006. The savings rate today is less than 3%. So that tells you we have a problem, and it's across our nation.
You want people to understand this infinite banking foundation, right?
Concept,
and it's a concept, and it's a concept that's been around forever. If the banks are doing it, if the big corporations are doing it, what you've said many times, and I'm going to get this out right now, it's so important, what you're doing is you're getting it down for that layman, the regular Joe, to be able to do it like the banks. So you help them start with, okay, let's get you a mutually owned, life insurance policy.
Correct.
A whole life policy, and you help with that.
Yes.
Now it's been funded and everything, and then what you do is come in and now help them through the process of having to do that. Now, you don't just do that one time, because how many life insurance policies do you have?
Personally, I have 9.
9. Okay, that's a lot. And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to go to a break and because that sounds like crazy. Okay, what are we going to do? So when we come back, I want to talk and explain why you have 9 and how they work and how you get the money out of it. That's really important.
Sure.
So you can call him direct. His phone number is area code 928-241-0668. Hang tight. We're going to be back in just a minute.
If you'd like your granite and marble to get back to that brand new look, call King's World of Marble. The word in the valley is if King's World of Marble can't repair it, nobody can. With 40 plus years of experience, King's World of Marble can repair, restore, and maintain all natural stone within residential and commercial spaces. The market is full of stone countertops and flooring, so King's World of Marble with a 5-star rating is truly the best to repair the damages the right way. Call 602-451-2689, 602-251-2689, or visit kingsworldofmarble.org.
Hi, I'm Randy Courtney, broker-owner of Weichert Realtors, Courtney Valley. Well, served in the Valley for over 37 years. We handle all your residential needs. If you're thinking about making a move, call me for an expert broker price opinion. Find out what to do to your home to maximize its value. You'll be surprised at what you'll learn and well worth the time with me. I will tell you what most agents will not. Call me today at 480-705-9600. At Courtney Valley White Properties, we handle your real estate needs, big or small. We handle them all.
Do you have a parent, grandparent, or loved one who needs some extra help? Senior Helpers has spent 16 years helping seniors continue to live at home as they age. Do you have a loved one needing help with grocery shopping, meal preparation, or even help taking a shower? Call Senior Helpers today at 480-621-6672. We specialize in helping seniors with Alzheimer's and dementia, Parkinson's disease, and other chronic illnesses to stay at home. You can find us online at seniorhelpers.com or at 480-621-6672.
Moving sure sucks, so why not leave it to the pros? Smooth Transitions of the Valley aren't just any moving company. They are caring and compassionate. If you're a senior, have special needs, and need assistance, or if you're downsizing or just need a clean out, Smooth Transitions of the Valley has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Call 602-794-5455. That number again is 602-794-5455. Visit them online at movingsuresucks.com.
What if I told you that getting Medicare coverage doesn't have to be a complicated process? Are you tired of being confused with the many coverage options available to you with Medicare? At Tapestry Insurance Group, let us help by taking the confusion and complication out of your Medicare options so you can get the coverage you need. Some available plans have no additional premium and may help lower your out-of-pocket costs. There's never a cost for a consultation with one of our licensed agents, so don't delay. Contact us at 602-541-7656 or visit tapestryinsuranceGroup.com.
Are you tired of dealing with incontinence? Do frequent trips to the bathroom keep you up at night? Sudden urges when you laugh, cough, or sneeze? VJuve's non-invasive treatments for men and women are covered by insurance, Medicare, and FDA approved, making them accessible to everyone. Say goodbye to discomfort and embarrassment, and hello to a happier, healthier you. With several locations throughout the Valley, there's one nearby. Why wait any longer? Schedule your complimentary treatment today at stopthep.com or call 480-593-5400. Let VJuve make you a better you.
If I traded it all.
Welcome back, everyone. You know, it's interesting. You know, Monty, when you're on the air with me, now I can't see anybody out there, but I could see people in here, how they react, you know, and especially if you are money conscious, I should say it that way, money conscious, and you know a little bit about the history of what has happened in the last 20, 30, well, it's more than that.
It's longer than
even
that.
Yeah. But it's really important for people to listen up to this, and when you hear these things, and call them and have a consultation. You have free consultations with people. You can check him out on his website, which is factumfinancial.com. And I just think more importantly than anything is that I talk less and you talk more so that the people out there can understand, you know, it better. You said, can we go to the 9 life insurance policies right now, or did you want to say something?
No, we can talk about that.
Okay. So, and mention again what kind they are, because people might have just tuned in. Go ahead.
Sure. We only use whole life policies. Why? Because our premiums are guaranteed for our lifetime. They can't go up, anything like that. Our death benefits are guaranteed, and there's reasons why we do that. The other component to that is we only use mutually owned life insurance companies. There's 2 types. There's stock, where people invest into the insurance company. I mean, if you look at, most people have an Apple phone. If you want to invest into Apple, you can receive a dividend, some of the profits, right? But in a mutually owned life insurance company, when you take a life insurance policy, you are now considered an owner. So when the company is profitable and you receive the dividend within that company, you're receiving it. And the way we design it, it goes back into the life insurance policy, so we're continually growing that policy, the death benefit and the cash value, because of the way we design it. And the other component to that is if I invest in a stock company, that dividend is a taxable event. In a mutually owned life insurance company, within my life insurance policy, it is not a taxable event. So I don't know if you've noticed, but taxes seem to keep going up, or if they're not going up, they're taxing us on more and more things. So once I put $1 into my life insurance policy, I have never lost a penny, and I can never be taxed again as long as I follow some certain rules and some guidelines. And that's why we talked about our job actually begins once that policy's paid for, and
they can help you find the right ones.
Right.
But then it gets funded, and once it's funded, now you've signed your name on it, everything. Now you get in there and you're coaching them along.
Right.
I'm going to say this again before people might understand. Huge banks, the banks are doing it.
Oh, yeah.
You said rich people do it. The filthy rich. Now, you said also corporations.
Yeah.
And what you have said time and time and time again, what you all teach is for the layman, the average Joe, to be able to do it too.
What we do is we bring it down to the you and I level. Because
that's what I call average Joe.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, as long as you're saving money, let us help you save it in a more efficient environment where you have complete control, and we have the benefit of the death benefit down the road.
So let's talk about the 9 life insurance policies that you have, mutually owned their whole life. What do you do with it?
Well, I use them for different things. It was very interesting. In the book, Nelson talks about when you have access to capital, opportunities find you. It's very interesting. The other day, may I share a quick story?
Yeah, quickly.
Okay. A gentleman that I showed this concept to 7-8 years ago, who was a manager of a bank, and this bank bought billions of dollars of life insurance. He didn't know that. He said, "No, it's not for me." Well, he left the banking business 2 years ago, and he started a little food truck, and he wants to go to a brick and mortar. So he's looking for money to fund his venture. So who does he call?
You.
Me. He wants a cash hard money loan. And I looked over the numbers, and but that was the thing. It allows me to do that. I use them for different things. I've used them for real estate investments, online. So we do it for many, many different things.
All right. So, but 9 is a lot, right? You have some that are just legacies for your grandchildren.
Well, speaking of grandchildren, I actually have policies on my grandchildren. I use it as a savings account on steroids. My granddaughters have quite a bit of money right now. And so the thing is now, let's take a look at it. And we probably need to have a little family banking meeting, and say, okay, we have X amount of dollars. We have these opportunities to go ahead and lend it out. Because here's the power behind infinite banking. When I put my dollar in, it is going to work for me till the day I graduate this planet, right? And what I mean by that is I can access the capital. I borrow against that life insurance policy that allows my money to constantly compound for the rest of my life. So you can either work for money or money works for you. And so it works for me the whole rest of my life. So we can borrow against this life insurance policy and go out and invest, not speculate, invest. Investing is calculated risk, where we have the idea that I send this dollar out and it's going to come back to me with a few of its friends. So now we put it right back into our life insurance policy. So when they turn 18 or whatever, if they want to go to college, we have the funds to pay for college and actually make money off of going to college. Or if they want to start their own business, we have access to capital for them to start their own business. Because if I go to the bank, and this was the problem with this young man that wanted to go start this business, what do you have to do when you go to the bank?
Borrow. Ask.
You have to ask. And they're who's in control when you have to go to the bank. They are. They set the terms. And then they want to know, how are you going to pay us back? And so they set all the terms. In my life insurance policy, because I am the bank, I set those things up. The life insurance is going to charge me a set interest rate, which I know it's fixed. but I don't have to pay it back on a monthly basis and things like that. I am 100% in control of my money. So I can send my friends out to work and come back with some more of their friends. I can do whatever I want because I am the bank. And it comes back to mindset. And it also comes back to, Nelson talks about being an honest banker. While I'm working, I always want to pay those loans back. And I want to pay it back with some of its friends. Why? Because I have more money to compound and I have access to more money. It's really just rethink your thinking. What is your mindset?
How much did you have to put in to it,
My very first policy was minimal. I quit contributing to my qualified plan and I redirected it into monthly payment, premium deposit.
Couple $100?
It was actually $400. My first policy was a $5,000 life insurance policy designed for banking.
Again, mutually owned company and a whole life.
Right. Now I have 4 or 5 policies on me. I have 2 on my wife. I have them on my grandchildren. And the thing is, I have colleagues that, my partner, buddy at Factum Financial, he's about to turn 35. He owns 29 policies already.
How many was there a cap on it?
Well, the thing is life insurance looks at you as human life value. And I'll just throw it out there real easy. If you make $100,000 a year, depending on your age range, they multiply it. Let's say you're 18 to 40. They will give you 30 times your gross annual income. So what they're saying is your human life value is $3 million. So that's what you qualify up to. Most people, when they first start buying life insurance, cannot get to their human life value. My very first policy was $5,000, and I started that at the age of 42. That got me $70,000 in death benefit. But that policy today is pushing $200,000 in death benefit now. That was, what was that, 15, 16 years ago? Something like that now.
Does it matter how old you are, though?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so if it doesn't matter, let's say you're 60 years old or whatever, and I go to buy one of these, is it costly?
The difference in it, this is what I tell people. If me and, let's say, an 18-year-old were going to do the same amount of premium, the death benefit's going to be the only difference because I'm closer to graduating. I consider myself in the 4th quarter, maybe late 3rd quarter of the game of life, right? They're still in the 1st quarter. So $1 is going to buy them more death benefit than it's going to buy me. But the cash value, the way we design these life insurance policies are going to be pretty much the same. And so that's why we're creating a banking system. And because of the design, the death benefit will exceed what their human life value is.
The main thing is to have a conversation and to listen, to have you on and be able to discuss this, because we should do an hour sometime again, because something I'm telling you now, some things just take that much time, and and I bet you anything when you're talking and you have that life insurance in front of them, they know how much it's going to cost them and all of that. It makes it a little bit easier too.
Well, it's not even that. It's how much can you save. That's the thing. And the thing is our world needs back to basics, back to fundamentals, back to the truths.
It's the mindset, but that's what it starts with first. First, about how you think about all of this in the first place, and then learning how you could do what the big guys are doing, the big guns are doing on your level.
Exactly.
Again, that phone number to call them, it is 928-241-0668. Check him out on his website. It is factumfinancial.com.